Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name's Eric Schmiel and thank you for joining me for Tuesday Aesthetics, the night of the week where we play more tranquil ambient games of a more experimental nature. Tonight we are playing a landmark title in the genre, Dear Esther. Came out in 2008 as a Half-Life 2 mod and was probably one of the first non-game games that came out. Since then it was remastered and put out for an independent release back in 2012, and the gentleman got a job out of it at Valve. So it's been on my list to get to for a long time now. We're finally going to get around to it. One thing I certainly like about Tuesday so far are there's less terrifying animal robots. So now we've only had one Aesthetic Tuesday so far. This game could surprise us. Hopefully there'll be no horrifying animatronics. Let's find out. Now it's typically... Oh, chapters. Let's start the lighthouse. Play this chapter, yes. Now, it's my understanding that this is the kind of game that you would want to appreciate with no company but yourself, your own inner thoughts and your feelings, and to be very introspective about the whole affair, you know, take things in and examine it and just really feel it. So, instead of doing that,
Dear
we're
Esther,
just going to yammer all the way through it.
The
But we will
gulls
listen.
do not land
Let's see
here
here.
anymore. I've noticed that this year they seem to shun the place. Maybe it's the depletion of the fishing stock
text.
driving them away. Perhaps it's me. When he first landed here, Donnelly wrote that the herds were sickly, and their shepherds the lowest of the miserable classes that populate these
Oh, we can
Hebridean
walk this whole
islands.
time. Whoops.
300 years later, even they have
Did we die?
departed.
Are there flashbacks? Okay, I appear to be lost.
Come back.
Whoa, that's creepy. Hi, Metal Gear! Good to see ya! Thanks for joining us for Aesthetic Tuesdays. Apparently I found a way to kill myself already in another undiable game. That was kind of horrifying. It's whispered, come back to us. Yes, have you ever heard of Dear Esther, my dear Metal Gear? There's no jump button, so I don't think I can get myself back up there. It appears we've died again. Wow. Tuesday Aesthetics is really doing horrible things for my gaming self-esteem. I'll just point that out. We can't get back on the ramp, and I guess we'll get drowned again while flashes of railroad tracks and is that the Eiffel Tower railroad God, isn't that kind of creepy? He just whispers. Okay, let's see if we can die a third time. It's been about 30 seconds in the Tuesday Aesthetics, and we have died twice. Oh, listen to that. Hey, Kyer! How you doing? You ever played Dear Esther? Does anyone else know what's going on? I heard it described as a poetic ghost story. Ooh, the wind's going in here. So let's go in here too. This is spooky. So far, the plot has told us that the seagulls have stopped coming, probably because of the depletion of the fishing stock. So, you know, nothing says classy story like a focus on geographical economics, right? So, yeah. Enjoy being classy with me. What's this book here? Is this also about seagulls? Can sweetness and honesty find happiness together in a yogurt? See? That's the kind of mundane, boring tidbit that you find in classy stories. Oh. Well, if it isn't a molecule diagram. I wish any of y'all chemists, can y'all figure out what that is? I guess that's what, H3C2... Oh, I'm sorry, H5C2O? No, H6C2O1. H6C2O1. Now, naturally, I know what that means. Oh, we have a music sheet here. But I shall not tell y'all because I don't want to spoil the story for you. Right? But I totally know what that chemical was, and it solves everything. There's no point in playing, really. I'd stop right now if it wasn't for you guys. That's right, Walter White was here. I mentioned Vince Gilligan made this game. He's a very talented fellow. You play as Walter White. This is actually his university years. As you can see, there's nothing to do but study chemistry. Oh, we have a choice. Up or down? And a radio tower in the distance. I got a feeling the view will be prettier up this mountain, so let's check it out. It's like we're ascending into heaven. And is that barbed wire? Yes, this fence has barbed wire. That's unnecessarily threatening. K. Thanks. Up it is. Oh, there's a paint can. Someone littered. Oh my god, there's a gap. Well, we almost died a third time, but my skills were too great. Now let's see if we can kind of bullshit our way over the side here. Yes, we can. All right, all right. I was pretty sure I was just going to kill myself there again. Not that I want to. Oh, what's that in the distance? Oh, it's a lighthouse. Oh, I didn't even look at the lighthouse. Oh, that's all right.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Was the gift that shitty paint can we saw on the way up here? Why, thank you. I always dreamed of being Dr. Eggman. That's how I know what that chemistry thing meant, because I'm a doctor of eggs. So don't tell me this paint can is the gift. I don't think, I guess we saw everything there. The hermit sounds like my kind of dude. And there's another gap. Well, ladies and gentlemen, appears we've chosen poor... Ooh, let's try to get across again. Yep, oh, whoa, 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 come on, come on. Come on, oh, what? No. Okay. We don't appear to be dead. Oh my god, oh, but that could still change at any moment. It's kind of realistic that way. Ah. And it appears we've made it to the beach regardless. So far, I think there's a strong theme of destiny in this game, and none of your choices matter. Free will is a lie, and, well, I'm sad now. That's generally how that argument goes for me, by the way. Is this a crabbing trap? That doesn't matter. Well, okay, first of all, I gotta say, if your gift to the hermit dude was a crappy paint can, I don't blame him for not accepting the gift. That's kinda lame. Like, I've given some lame gifts as Secret Santas, but I've never just shown up with, like, a canister of a random chemical for my garage. You know what I'm saying?
When you were born, your mother told me, a hush fell over the delivery room.
Upper left.
A great red birthmark covered the left side of your face.
To left.
No one knew what to say, so you
It's
cried
like
to
Zuko
fill
from
the
Avatar.
vacuum. I always admired you for that you cried to fill whatever vacuum you found.
I've always found that to be a rather poor quality. I always
just to
thought it was
enable you to deploy your talent.
insecure.
The birthmark faded by the time you were 6 and had gone completely by the time we met, but your fascination with the empty and its cure remained.
Oh yeah, certainly gotta be fascinated with the empty to play this game. Maybe they'll cure it for us. Oh, it's the golden ratio, dude. The conch shell. Up, artsy symbolism, artsy references. Up, and it's pointing this way. Well, good thing we had that sign. We could have gone any other way and been lost. But no, we know to go along the only other path thanks to that helpful hint. Thank you, game designer. Your subtlety is commendable. So,
I have found the ship's manifest, crumpled and waterlogged under a stash of paint cans.
Of course, paint cans.
It tells me
that's all that's
that
on this
along
island.
with this present cargo, there was a large quantity of antacid yogurt.
Oh, yogurt!
European market.
Oh, we read that
It must
on the
have washed out
magazine.
to sea. God knows
See?
there are no longer
Our observation
gulls or goats
skills
here
have-
to eat it.
Yeah, and there's a tire. Wait, there's a tire here. There's the boat. No, that's a car. Whoa, dude, okay. 2 tires and an old car door. Somebody crashed. Fascinating. I got a hunch we're going to a dead end, but I feel compelled. Somehow the other car door got flung all the way over here. That is not helpful. Let's abandon this death gulch. I hear howling. The howl of the orangutan. Okay, so that's wet, and I don't want to get wet, because that's gross, and I'm pretty sure we can't change our pants anytime soon. And nothing sucks than getting, like, the fringe of your pants wet. and just living with it. But I don't see anywhere else to go, because that didn't lead us anywhere, unless there's a secret door. Okay, well, guess we're going to have to get wet pants, unless we drown again. Okay, our pants, there's no going back now. Our pants fringe is wet, and we are doomed. But we are not drowning, unless I go too far out. I don't see any way out, but I think we're going to die again. But I don't see anywhere else to go. Into the drink. Oh, now I can swim. Okay. Good old consistent rules. Nothing helps you understand a thing like internal consistency. And this is just another ledge. Now, I'm 99% sure we're just going nowhere. No, we're going to our death. Psych, psych, we are going somewhere. Back to hell, apparently. Interesting choice. God. So creepy. So, maybe this is a puzzle. Because there didn't really seem to be anything there. Okay, I'm going to start in the middle and follow the spiral. And that's going to magically do something. So it clearly isn't. It's done nothing. Well, let's check that evil gulch again. That'll be really nice. A run button. Like, I get this came out in 2008, but I feel like the run button had been established as a common convention by that point, and I'm highly disappointed in them for not implementing it. Because I would very much like to run. You know, because, you know, when you die, you want to get back to where you started, and apparently you die a lot in this game. Back into the gulch. Oh, I didn't see this on the right last time. Oh, I was too busy looking at the door. Okay, let's see here. What's that do? I don't see any doorways. Does anyone see any doorways? Can't crouch down there. And jumping's doing nothing. Oh, good old progress. Oh, I appear to be lost, gentlemen. I guess we should go... Oh, God, of course, it's obvious. We just go back. That's what we do. Because this is clearly a dead end, and there's a path backwards that we ignored. Now I feel silly. Well, it appears we have a little bit of a trek before more creepy monologues happen. So, I guess let's play a game to pass the time. Or should we investigate that rock? No, we're gonna drown. I'm gonna test the waters. We're gonna find out if we're gonna drown. Yeah, we're gonna drown. No. Not gonna kill me again, game. Okay. Thinking of a number between 1 and 10. I have it behind my head currently. Now, the smart ones of you will deduce I only have 5 fingers on that hand, so it's really a number between 1 and 5. But I digress. I assure you it's between 1 and 10. Now, we have reached the stairs. We're going to look to the right here. It's probably not worth exploring. Ah, 6! A fine guess! Let's find out if you're right as soon as we reach the stairs. 3, 2, 1. It was 2! Ha! Fine guesses all around. That's alright, kids. Better luck next time. I was going to give... But if it wasn't 6 the first time, it's not a jackal. Well, this is kind of nice. This actually kind of makes me miss the beach. This is sort of what I imagine a beach in New England's like. Just kind of rocky and, like, cold, but still, like, it has a little bit of a purgatory vibe. You know? Okay, yeah, this is definitely the way we should have been going. So, that was a fun digression, you guys, but we got to hear more spooky voice, so... I'd say it's a win. I'd say it's a win. Alright, back among the...
A wonderful sight. The moon cresting the junction between the cliff path and the stone circle.
I don't see a moon.
It cast a shadow of the ridge across the beach. All the world as if you had signed your name in untidy handwriting.
Is that out of sync? Because I don't see a moon. Do you guys see a moon? Is that the moon? Because that's a pretty bright moon. This feels like dust to me. I don't know. I guess so. See, I know the red light means that's a radio tower, but my mind keeps saying lighthouse, because lighthouses are so much cooler than radio towers.
When someone had died or was dying, so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice. They cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boat, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts.
What?
My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
Oh. Oh. Secret path. Secret path. Super elite gaming move right there. Finding secret paths. Which leads us to flowers. Alright. See that? Other gamers watching this. See, if you watched anyone else playing this, would they have discovered the flowers?
We are not
no.
like Lot's wife, you
But they
and I.
probably wouldn't have died 4 times
We
either.
feel no particular need to turn back. There's nothing to be seen if we did. No tired old man parting the cliffs with his arms. No gifts or Bibles laid out on the sand for the taking. No tides turning or the shrieking gulls overhead. The bones of the hermit are no longer laid out for the taking.
Oh.
I have stolen them away to the guts of this island.
What?
Where the passages all run to black, and where we
Dude.
can light each other's faces by their strange luminescence.
What? Did that dude take the guy's bones? Dude. Like, I guess he doesn't need the bones if they're out anymore, but, like, just don't touch people's bones, man. I'm a little disappointed we're going this way because we didn't see where the car went careening off into that gulch. I was kind of hoping to get more of the little story there, but oh well. We see a fishing boat in the distance. That's probably what got rid of all the fishing stock. Yeah, piecing this together.
Dear Esther.
Oh. Ah!
I met
They used the
Paul.
name of the game in the title. Ah!
I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another.
Oh, I know that vibe.
Although he knew I hadn't
Bad
come in
move, guy.
search of
Never
an
tried to
apology,
connect to anybody.
reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
Oh god, you hear that heartbeat? If I was by myself, I'd go that way, but let's find
I
out.
find myself increasingly unable to find that point where the hermit ends and Paul and I begin.
Ah,
We are
luminous
woven into a
cave.
sodden blanket, stuffed into the bottom of a boat to stop the leak and hold back the ocean. My neck aches from staring up at the aerial. It mirrors the dull throb in my gut where I am sure I've begun to form another stone.
Oh, it's the chemical
In my dreams, it
thing
forms
again.
into a perfect representation of Lot's wife, head over her shoulder, staring along the motorway at the
squid
approaching
upside
traffic
down?
in a vacuum of fatalistic calm.
This must be where the hermit's bones are. These the bones? No, it's fish. The last of the fishing stock and crappy bread. What's that? Wonder? That must be the hermit's bones. Well, we found the bones. Can't seem to do anything with them. He's right behind us, probably. He's gonna be pissed. Let's find the hermit. Please don't kill us again. Okay, no hermit. Never mind. I guess it's not that kind of game. Well, goodbye, bones. Off to less bony places. I have no bone to pick with you. They appear to all been picked before, and I have no need for re-picked bones. Oh god, what the heck? I didn't touch anything. Oh god. It's the hermit. I looked at the bones. Should I go back and look at them again? Oh, I can left click. Oh, this changes everything. Alright. I thought I left click earlier, but it didn't seem to do anything. Okay. Let's go forth and interact with the Hermy Bones. Come along now, Hermy Bones. Here we are. Well, that did a lot. This may not have been worth coming back for. The bread? I'm looking at the bones. That did nothing. Oh well. Good call though, Kyre. Excellent idea. It was worth a try. Let's look at this meth formula. No, nothing. No meth has appeared. How unfortunate. Is this the Pinkman constellation? No. Okay. There's a shard of a thing. Shards are neat. Back the way we came. to the beautiful dusk. I don't know. That room was a little creepy, I guess. Ooh. Goodbye, hermit bone man guy. We're off to see the rest of Death Island. I'm guessing this is some kind of metaphor where people go to die as they pass into the next world. I don't really have much to go off to back that up, but I'm just kind of getting that vibe. The dark colors just give me this sense of purgatory, and the ocean has this kind of metaphorical resonance that just suggests a kind of endlessness, I guess. You can make something placeless in a fashion by putting it in the middle of the ocean, you know? So there must be still undocumented islands just scattered out there in the sea, with nothing but an endless void on either end.
I've become convinced I am not alone here, even though I'm equally sure it is simply a delusion brought upon by circumstance.
I think I'm having a delusion.
I do not, for instance, remember where I found the candles, or why I took it upon myself to light such a strange pathway.
I don't remember finding candles either.
Perhaps it is only for those who are bound to follow.
Huh. So, let's see if the guy left some candles behind. I don't see any candles, do you guys? Although I'm digging that music. Pillars and more engravings. What's that? Is that a set of brass knuckles? Let's see here. Another chemical formula? Yes. This one's a different formula. Well, listen. Bibles, like the gentleman was referring to earlier. Units 3, chemistry, and a Bible. A Bible and a chemistry book. A marriage of religion and science? Well, the gurgling speaking has stopped. Alright, guess he doesn't want to talk to us anymore. Let's continue. That is interesting, though. Let's look for some religious symbology. Tell me if you've seen any religious symbols, because we've seen several scientific ones. The paint cans, the chemicals, formulas. Oh, the fish! Fish! Jesus made a whole bunch of fish out of one fish to feed a bunch of people. Maybe that's a symbol. Oh, it's quiet. Well, I mean, it's been quiet the whole time, but now it's like more quiet. Oh! No fear! Oh god, it's fading out! Did we die? I don't know. So, that was the thing, ladies and gentlemen. What does it mean? Let's get some suggestions.
Dear
Oh,
Esther,
never mind.
I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times.
You have a
But
card?
although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my ordnance survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome break services.
That's what we
But
walked by
although I
last
can
time.
always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
He must be referring to the crash site we found, I think. The little bend in the road and that gulch with the tires and the car doors. Shattered and forgotten in time. Another boat. Stick with the path. Do you think the boat will be bottomless? Like the bottomless one? Oh, is that a bear trap? No, it's a steering wheel. Maybe... Huh. Maybe we died in a car accident. Maybe we're the ones who died. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's that in the distance? Is that a guy walking? That little shadow on the hill? Do you see him moving down it? He's very faint now. He's approaching where the hill meets the sea. He's about to cross into the sea. Is he gonna go off? He stopped. Okay. Maybe we'll find him in a second. We'll make our way towards that gentleman.
I had kidney stones, and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic. Your outline and your speech both blurred.
I may have been a little scarred from Five Nights at Freddy's.
They made their escape.
There's only danger.
Rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
Wow. canisters are kind of scary. Ship. Because it'd be so easy to be lost in a canister and trapped inside one, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't seem like there's anything worth finding here. I guess we could go... Huh, another flashing light in the distance. Let's go towards that. When in doubt, kids, go towards the light. If you're trying to die, I guess. Maybe don't go towards the light. Well, you know what, figure out what you want to do. And if that is serviced by going towards the light, I suggest you go towards the light. But if you're like me and you want to live forever, always avoid the light. Don't go towards the light. Just kind of sit around in that dark tunnel and just like chill there. And I don't know, I guess that's how ghosts are formed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we use logic to deduce that I shall become a ghost and haunt this mortal realm after my passing. I don't know how I feel about that. Would you want to be a ghost? Or would you just want to straight up die? I could go either... I think I'd want to stick around. I think I'd be too afraid to completely pass. And... like, okay, I haven't talked to many ghosts, but I'm guessing they don't have to pay rent, which would be kind of nice. Guess we don't get to go to the radio tower in the distance. A blinking
I've begun
light.
to wonder if Donnelly's voyage here was as prosaic as it was presented. How disappointed not to have found the bones of the holy man. No wonder he hated the inhabitants so. To him they must have seemed like barnacles mindlessly clinging to a mercy seat.
Can't really tell.
Why cling so hard to the rock? Because it is the only thing that stops us from sliding into the ocean. Into oblivion.
That's what I'm calling it, man. I'm telling you, this is the island where people go to on the way to passing into the next realm, right? We're clinging onto this rock because we don't want to pass into oblivion, so we wander and lurk as ghosts. I'm calling it, I'm calling it. Let's see. What is up this hill? But yeah, it seems to be the voiceover guy did a lot better than we were doing this time, because one, he found candles, and he got himself a car, apparently, which I would greatly appreciate, a car myself, but we're just not on that guy's level, I guess. Darn. Well, I haven't given hope yet, kids. We may find a car still. Oh no, did we just go in a real roundabout way? Oh no, I probably gotta explore those things more, don't I? Or maybe we go down that path all the way on the right there. We just want a giant circle. Yay, circles. That's cool. I could never draw a circle. I can't draw a perfect circle. Give me a protractor, I'll still mess up a circle. I like to think of it more as like freestyles, you know? Not like a shape you'd recognize. I like to put my own spin on the circle, if you know what I mean. Maybe put like an out junk here or something like that. I guess I draw a me. What the? We don't appear to be dead. Oh, is that a way onto the ship? No, of course not. No boating for us. Only for the cool kids in the voiceover, apparently. Let's see what's down this path. Oh, that leads to the tiny boat. Well, at least we get a tiny boat. Let's see. Cue voiceover. Oh, look, something's written on the side. The story is unraveling.
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
Huh. I guess we're hermits. Oh. Okay, I get it. I'm dumb. Ah. Oh, never mind. No, never mind. Never mind. I thought that was the key and the secret, this little line. Oi. So I'm guessing that's him hinting to us because we're dumb and haven't found the hole in the bottom of the boat yet. He's saying there must be a hole in the bottom of the boat because Alice could new hermits arrive, and we're a new hermit. Oh, maybe we go into the water and we swim to it. Of course, that's how we died every other time, but doesn't seem to be high consequences for dying. So let's see if we can go swimming. Or it's probably just on the other side of the boat. That's the only place we haven't been yet, I guess. Now the rocks are going to block us from doing something stupid. Of course. Go, you game designer. You foresaw the stupid thing I was about to do, and you took actions to prevent it. So the hole must be on the other side. Alright. To the other side we go then. There's no auto crouch or jump, I'm guessing. Nope. Hello! How you doing, viewer guy? Alright, this seems like hole territory to me. Let's find ourselves a fine hole. Alright, any holes here? Any holes there? There's a rope. Can we climb? Of course not. You're not allowed to do things in this game. That'd be ridiculous. Okay, there appears to be no holes here either. And no way onto the ship. Great! Maybe we jump down from that cliff over there or something like that. So, as you can see, for those just joining us, this is a very action-packed game. We have gone around in a circle. It was very dramatic. And yeah, now we appear to be going around the circle a second time. I will now be opening up to suggestions from the audience at this point in the show. Because I got nothing. Unless there's a hole in that other boat. I'm going to see if maybe we can get down this side of the cliff somewhere. Even though I got a hunch this probably has all this barbed wire to keep us from getting down from the cliff on this side. But whatevs. See, that looks like a hole in the side there that we'd be able to get to, but I didn't see a path. And of course, there's no hole in the barbed wire, because of foresaw our stupid plan. Oh, this is Proteus, no, not Proteus. I answered that question horribly wrong. This is Dear Esther, my dude. Yeah. Where it's supposed to have been described as a poetic ghost story, where we've been wandering on this island and listening to voiceovers. And it's slowly been unraveling itself, except until this point where it stopped unraveling itself and had us walk around in circles. Now, at this point, I would just walk back the way we came, because it seems like we've explored everything here, but he did mention there must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else would any other hermits get here? So that makes me think there must be a hole somewhere and some way to get to it that we just haven't discovered. We're not too far. I guess we're probably in the second chapter, because we had a fade out and a loading screen. So we're still kind of getting into it. We found there's this cave where our hermit used to live, and people used to bring gifts for the hermits, and eventually he died. Oh yeah, no one ever saw him coming out of the cave to get the gifts. So eventually this dude goes in there and picks up the hermit's bones and drags it further into this other cave, puts them into a bowl. Oh yeah, and the seagulls stopped coming because the fishing stock might have ran out. I don't know. Plot points. We've seen chemistry symbols marked on walls by mysterious figures in a glowing kind of paint. And, what else? Oh yeah, and we came across a rock with a chemistry textbook and a Bible at the foot of it, and it kind of gurgled at us, and I was like, why are you gurgling, bro? But he gurgled. And, here we are. He did mention something about all these people being jammed into the bottom of a boat to stop it from leaking. And then he mentioned, oh, there must be a hole in the bottom of the boat somewhere, otherwise how would more hermits get to us? But we were unsuccessful in finding a hole in the bottom of the boat, and now we're walking backwards, which is just now occurring to me. There's going to be that cliff we dropped down that was probably put there deliberately so we couldn't backtrack the way we're doing. And it's the video game's way of saying, nuh-uh, go back and do what you're supposed to. Yep, this is the part where it says, nuh-uh, go back and do what you're supposed to. Okay, back to hole hunting, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Nothing more frustrating than watching a dude not know how to find the simple basic path while you're watching a video game. But that's what we got. Back to the boats! Do you kids like boats? I hope you do, because that's pretty much what we got. Cyber Mini. Any of you guys know how to sail? I don't. I think it'd be neat to know, though. Never been a good swimmer. I remember, yes, to the boats! Oh, dodge the bear trap / steering wheel. Oh yeah, see that? Parkour, guys. Parkour. Hardcore parkour, the only parkour I do. Except for sometimes softcore parkour. Let's stop describing parkour in pornography categories, shall we? And the boats approach us. Wait, is this a path? If this is a path, I'm going to be very disappointed in all of you for not saying this is a path. This appears to be a path. Okay, guys, group head shame tilting. On the count of 3, everyone tilt your head in shame. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, at least we're moving forward again, so that's a plus. Even though not towards any holes in boats. So whatever. Thanks for your false hint, Esther, I assume. Yeah, looks like a path to me as well, buddy. That looks like a hole that goes to nowhere. Good. I guess that's the Oblivion hole. Let's avoid the Oblivion hole. Ah, now that's new! A dusty-looking house at the top of a mountain. Behind a whole bunch of little wall hangings. See, if this was a first-person shooter, I would think this is a lot of cover.
I've begun my ascent on the windless slope of the western side. The setting sun was an inflamed eye squeezing shut against the light shone in by the doctors.
Damn! Imagery!
My neck is aching through constantly craning my head up to track the light of the aerial. I must look downwards, follow the path under the island to a new beginning.
Surgical tools. Must be... I liked it when the other guy talked and not the guy. Thanks, Cybermini. Go team. Thanks. I'm glad someone's shame tilted with me. We're all in this together, you guys. There's the chat room. You're culpable too. One of y'all could have said.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s.
What is a bothy?
By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders.
We must be in Europe.
He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work.
I mean, they're shepherding everywhere.
He caught some disease from his malcontented goats
like
and died 2 years after
didn't move up from shepherding,
no one to
right?
carve
They just
white
started
lines into the cliff for him either.
Not at shepherding when they got there, so this has to be Europe, right? Did the indigenous people shepherd, or did they just kind of follow the herds? Or is there a difference? I don't know how to shepherd, guys.
Built by a long dead shepherd. Contents: my camp bed, a stove, a table, chairs, my clothes, my books. The caves that score out the belly of this island, leaving it famished. My limbs and belly famished. This skin, these organs, this failing eyesight. When the battery runs out in my torch, I will descend into the caves and follow only the phosphorescence home.
And that's when our flashlight runs out of batteries. What's that? Looks like a little invitation with a ribbon on it or something. Oh, that's the book on the table earlier. God, not a language we can read. Alright, I guess we've explored... Is that an ultrasound? Okay. An ultrasound, and baseballs and eggs, papers, the gentleman's books, and the trunk. Anything of the trunk? No. Alright. I guess all that's left is for our torch. What? The seagulls are back! That's the first living thing! He went to the cave. Alright, seagull. To the cave we shall go then. Onward to the cave! Oh, never mind. No cave for us, you guys. That's over there. Is this the part where we, like, unlock a jetpack, Metroidvania style? Or something? So I guess... yes! To the cave! Now then. I'm going to assume this is a trail.
In a footnote, the editor comments that at this point, Donnelly was going insane as syphilis tore through his system like a drunk driver.
Because he
He's not
died
to be
from a drunk
trusted.
driver.
Many of his claims are unsubstantiated, and although he does paint a colourful picture, much of what he says may have been derived directly from his fever. But I've been here, and I know, as Donnelly did, that this place is always half imagined. Even the rocks and caves will shimmer and blur with the right eyes.
What's that? The rib cage of a boat forming a bridge to carry us onward. Further.
They found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. His fingernails were raw and bitten to the quick. They found the phosphorescent moss that grows in the caves deep under the nails. Whatever he'd been doing under the island when his strength began to fail is lost. He'd struggled halfway up the cliff again, perhaps in a delirium, perhaps trying to reach the Bothy's fire before curling into a stone and expiring.
Oh. Jakobsen. So, I guess we're going to where Jakobsen had that happen to him. I've yet to locate a fingernail button, so we should be safe from phosphorescent moss getting in our cuticles. I'd say that's a plus.
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken.
Oh God.
It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the Bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
Oh dear. So this cave has claimed 2 casualties. Oh dear. I guess we'll not go down the hole. Appears we must go down the hole. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there appears to be a hole. Now, I'm generally anti-hole, even though I know we looked for a hole earlier. Just wasn't the kind of hole I was expecting. I don't see anywhere else to go, so we are going to go down the hole. Oh God, we're dead. Well, that happened. Oh dear. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Is that the sound of our femur snapping? Well, the other 2 guys got to run back for the Bothy. Maybe we'll survive.
Did Jakobsen crawl this far?
At a point where we can't run back.
Identify the scratches his nails ruined into the rocks. Am I following him cell for cell,
Like I'm
inch for
following
inch?
you?
Why did he turn back on himself and not carry through to the ascent?
Well, we certainly don't have that option this time. Whoa, dude. I know stalactites are a thing. Or stalagmites. Oh, there's the torch! That's the dude's torch that shattered last time. Or is that our own? There's the candle. He mentioned the candles earlier. We found a candle. So we must be following him. And that means the next guy that comes to the island is going to hear my monologue. And I think mine has been substantially less poetic. Sorry, future island visitor. I didn't know that you were going to get my version. I would have tried to have been more metaphorical if I knew. Oh well. That must be the phosphorescent moss. Well, the chemical formulas have been replaced with just blotches. Are these the fingernails? No, they don't look like fingernails. They do look maybe like finger points, though. Little finger paintings. It's everywhere. God, it looks like a mouth, a big, toothy mouth. I thought so too, Kyre. But, you know, kill me 3 times, shame on me. Kill me 4 times. Why aren't I dead yet?
They'd stop the traffic back as far as the Sandford Junction and come up the hard shoulder like radio signals from another star. It took 21 minutes for them to arrive. I watched Paul time it to the second on his watch.
Oh, okay. What's this painting, sketching? This is different. Is that a circuit board? Okay, so we got chemical diagrams and circuit board diagrams now on the walls. And then random splashes. Is this another circuit board? I think so. You can tell by the squiggle marks. I think those are resistors or something. I don't know. I don't know much about circuit boards. Now what's this? Is this a football diagram? Maybe not. Those look like football things, but not so much these pie graphs. I don't know what these symbols are, or what that represents. Okay. Let's see what's on this end, and then continue onward. Splatters. Same old diagrams. There's a chemistry diagram. I believe we explored this cave. So now back down that little gap we walked past. Okay then, this is getting tight. A waterfall. Wow. And another hole. Well, I don't see anywhere else to go, guys. Oh, now I can swim. Not earlier, but now. Oh, we need time to learn. Oh, that's gorgeous. I would be terrified to explore a cave like this in real life. I could just see yourself getting trapped down here forever. And I'm guessing there's not very good cell phone reception. Probably only like 1G and like half a bar. Maybe like 3 bars. Okay. That looks like natural light. Right? Or is it more phosphorescence? That... no, it's just a heck load of moss. Well, we managed to get across somehow. No complaints. God, this must be slippery as hell, though. This dude's got himself some shoes. Oh. Okay, another candle. Our mysterious narrator has been through here. Carry on. Deeper into the bowels. It's nice too, because the candles add some interesting variety to the light colors, right? Red lights with these blue lights. Mixes up a little bit. Good choice. Okay, auto crouch. I was about to panic because I was like, I haven't discovered a crouch button yet, guys. That works. Deeper into the cave. What's going to be out here? This is weird.
I'm traversing my own death throes. The infection in my leg is an oil rig that dredges black muck up from deep inside my bones. I swallow fistfuls of diazepam and paracetamol to stay conscious. The pain flows through me like an underground sea.
Gee, I wonder where you're getting the inspiration for those metaphors. Like Brick from Anchorman. My pain is like a lamp. Brick, are you just picking things out around the room and saying your feelings are like that? Yes. Oh, a paint can. Oh, has the dude just been? Maybe that's where the markings came from. He brought a paint can with him and decided to doodle on his way through his death throes. Now this is interesting. Wow. I don't think I've Can't go that way. I don't know if I've seen rock formations like this before.
When I was coming round from the operation, I remember the light they shone in my eyes to check for pupil contraction. It was like staring up at a moonlit sky from the bottom of a well. People moved at the summit, but I could not tell if you were one of them.
That's... Oh, that's a fascinating artistic tool. Oh, actual words. Behold, Damascus is taken. Oh, crike. Aegis on... Hello? Can't quite read that one. Any other texts? Let's just go. See, I think that's what he's doing. It's Damascus is taken. Damascus is taken. It's like he's taken the visual language of a poem away from being okay, away from being a cry, away from being a city, away from being a city. I think. But yeah, okay. Wait, and shall be a pompous keep? I can't read that one. I can never read graffiti. Just can't decipher the fonts. No, okay, so he's taken the imagery from a poem, and he's made it so a way that you actually walk through the imagery. He's taken the imagery that's normally a way to make a typically linguistic medium evocative, and he's given you the literal images to go with that imagery at the same time. So it's like you're walking and exploring the metaphorical images all at once, which is fascinating. Clever thing to do. I thought it might have been really different when we came back to the surface, like it was going to play some little mind trick on us. But no. Let's see. To the waterfall. Another hole to jump. There's a path on the side. Let's see if we can get to it. Oh god, no we can't! Never mind, false up, we're dead. Loading screen? What? Okay, well there's your mind, Fubar, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! Oh, the car crash. Did we crash into the sea? No. Dying just feels like being underwater, maybe. This must be the scene where we died. Is that other car? What's here? What's in the seat? I just see more of the painting. The red light. Let's check out the other car. I was trying to figure that out earlier, Kyra. I don't know, man. I want to say stalagmites. No, I really don't know. I don't see anything here. Do we just keep walking? Oh, we can go up? Should we go to the surface? I don't see anywhere else to go. Did we just rise to heaven? Okay. We are away from the car crash. Guess let's go back to the surface again. That was peculiar. That looks like the end, guys. The last path. Wow. I wonder if the dead life from a ghost perspective is like you're always underwater, like you're perpetually drowning, but you won't die. swimming around the location of your demise. Oh god, it's a literal light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. Well, final chapter, ladies and gentlemen, I believe. So, any ideas what any of this means so far? Because I'm open. A candle. I think this might be the final section. We're about to finally get some answers. Probably not, actually, because it's art. No answers here. Oh, the moon. Wow, that's lovely. And the tent and his box of candles. Did he make camp here? How long did our old friend stay at this place before he decided to continue his trek? Going right, follow the candles. Maybe we should have gone left.
The moon over the Sanford Junction, headlights in your retinas. Donnelly drove a grey hatchback without a bottom. All the creatures of the tarmac rose to sing to him. All manner of symbols crudely scrawled across the cliff face of my unrest. My life reduced to an electrical diagram.
Oh.
All my gulls have taken flight. They will no longer roost on these outcrops. The lure of the moon over the Sanford Junction is too strong.
He's bringing all the metaphors back. The moon like a headlight of a car. The seagulls have left his rocky junction. It's left nothing much more than a circuit board like the circuit boards we saw painted in the cave. I guess because of the electrical, mechanical nature of the automobile. Oh, you missed a lot, buddy. You missed some dramatic stuff. You missed some crazy cave dwelling. And we fell down this giant pit, and we went to the car crash site of the car crash.
Dear Esther, I find each step harder and heavier. I drag Donnelly's corpse on my back across these rocks, and all I hear are his whispers of guilt, his reminders, his burnt letters, his neatly folded clothes. He tells me I was not drunk at all.
Oh. Donnelly was the drunk driver. So Donnelly crashed and got everyone killed. A computer. Surgical tools. So we seemed to get the other thing to talk last time because we looked at it close. Well, I guess we can't trigger more dialogue. I was kind of hoping we could. Surgical. So maybe one of them was a doctor. Maybe not, no. That wouldn't make any sense. What's the symbol of the computer in the circuit board? What's that mean? The priest hasn't been mentioned much, but he was mentioned briefly. Let's find out. More candles. Picture. Will it say anything? Do we have to be a specific angle to trigger the... I guess we just don't get it. I thought that rock was shaped like a car for a second. Well, nothing there. There's the radio tower. We've been getting closer to the radio tower. I guess we just continue down the way. So it appears to be a series of shrines. Oh, this is interesting. So we were walking towards the radio tower in the beginning of the game, and now that we've passed through the cave, where stuff got crazy, and I guess we met... There's diagrams all the way down the side of the cliff. Whoa. Okay. And so now that we've passed through the bowels, through the bellows of the encounter, the actual scene of the car crash, now we're moving away from the radio tower. What's this? Shrine for car parts. What's the next shrine? I keep thinking these giant
There were
rocks...
chemical diagrams on the posters on the walls on the waiting room. It seemed appropriate at the time. Still life abstractions of the processes which had already begun to break down your nerves and your muscles in the next room. I crammed diazepam as I once crammed for chemistry examinations. I am revising my options for a long and happy life.
Shown around... What's his last one say? Around him? Shown around him, around Chim. Shown... Or Shanf? Let's go shown. Heaven shone around him. From heaven... Light from heaven shone around him. That's one way to definitely mark someone as dead. But we appear to have gotten off the path to read that. Hopefully this will lead to somewhere, because I don't feel like going backwards. Oh, candles, that's a good sign. Light from heaven shone around him. That's no moon. Looks vaguely like the Death Star. Okay. More music.
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Oh. I guess he did that after Esther died? I guess, are we Esther? I think we might be playing Esther, and we were the ones that died in the car crash, and this gentleman is remorsing. No, because he made it sound like he was walking that way too. On a sudden, a light from heaven shone around him, and he fell to the ground. Eggs. Okay. On a sudden, a light from heaven shone around him, and he fell to the ground. Fare thee well, Armada. Up the stairs. It's kind of coming together. Oh my god, we're gonna make it up to the radio tower. Do you see the little path there in the distance? The little railings? We're going there after all. Okay, I'm betting out $10 now that the game ends with us climbing the radio tower on a ladder and, like, looking out over the distance. Oh, no, never mind. I'm calling it. We climb the radio tower, and when we get to the top, we're going to look out over the distance. It's going to be a poetic monologue. Then a light from heaven will shine down onto the radio tower, and we shall ascend from it. I'm calling it. That's what's going on.
When Paul keeled over dead on the road to Damascus, they resuscitated him by hitting him in the chest with stones gathered by the roadside. He was lifeless for 21 minutes. Certainly long enough for the oxygen levels in his brain to have decreased and caused hallucinations and delusions of transcendence. I'm running out of painkillers, and the moon has become almost unbearably bright.
I wish I knew the story of Paul going to Damascus better. Because there might be some metaphor I'm missing out on. Some little oh, is that a figure? By that candle? That must be the narrator. We saw him earlier. Okay, I'm pretty sure that was a figure. It looked like the same kind of shadow as last time, when we were first approaching the boats. More text on the walls.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. when this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and casts parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
This is where we were. And as he was proceeding on his journey, let's see what it says next. What happens as we were proceeding on our journey? Oh. Got to leave that up. And comes near to Damascus. And was as he proceeded on his journey and was come near Damascus, and he was neither did he eat.
If only Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
Days without sight. And he was days without sight, with neither food nor water to drink. The man went blind and was starving. We're approaching the radio tower. That blinking light has guided us the whole way. It makes me think of the blinking green light from Gatsby, although I know it has no relation. Just a use of a similar visual tool, I suppose.
The stones in my stomach will weigh me down and ensure my descent is true and straight. I will break through the fog of these godforsaken pills and achieve clarity. All my functions are clogged, all my veins are choked. If my leg doesn't rot off before I reach the summit, it will be a miracle. There are 21 connections in the circuit diagram of the anti-lock brakes. There are 21 species of gull inhabiting these islands. It is 21 miles between the Sandford Junction and the turn-off for home. All these things cannot, will not be a coincidence.
So, I think I was right. I think this is the island where people pass. I think the narration is the story we're hearing of every gentleman on his road as he's ascending and dying, and we're all trying to climb this mountain to meet our ultimate fate. And it came to pass that as I made my journey, as I made my journey, and was come. Can't read that. There's no room. Come was damned. Come was damned. Is that what it says? Not new. Suddenly, the line from heaven, the light, and something from the light from heaven came around. I should watch my step. Around me, and equipped. Oh, and loud, not see.
Blind with panic,
for the glory.
Deaf with the roar of the caged traffic. Heart stopped on the road to Damascus. Paul sat at the roadside, hunched up like a gull, like a bloody gull. As useless and as doomed as a syphilitic cartographer, a dying goat herd, an infected leg, a kidney stone, blocking the traffic bound for Sandford and Exeter. He was not drunk, Esther. He was not drunk at all. All his roads and his tunnels and his paths led inevitably to this moment of impact. This is not a recorded natural condition. He should not be sat there with his chemicals and his circuit diagrams. He should not be sat there at all.
Came into that with me. You're saying it wasn't the drunkenness that caused the car crash, it was destiny? And he doesn't... Damascus. It's Damascus. He's saying that Donnelly didn't deserve to be there with his diagrams, he didn't deserve to be there with his... I guess it's a privileged place. That he was unworthy of going to heaven, maybe? Is that it? that is that kind of a Calvinistic thing of a fatalism of destiny, that there's this idea that since God knows all, he knows
I have
when
run
you're
out
going
of
to
places
heaven.
to climb. I will abandon this body and take to the air.
I tell you guys, I see the ladder we're going to climb, just like I called you. Get your 10 bucks ready. There's this idea that since God knows everything, he knows whether you're going to get into heaven or hell when you die. So maybe that's what he's
Dear
referring
Esther,
to.
I have burnt my belongings, my
Donnelly.
books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me.
Which is us.
I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an aerial, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We have always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will
Donnelly
leave
was
white
Esther.
lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
Is he gonna jump? I thought he was going to ascend. He's killing himself? No. He kills himself? I didn't think this was literal. Is he just being nice, or does he not kill himself? Do we fly like a seagull? Are we a seagull? We're gonna swoop? Look at the shadow! We are a seagull! The gulls have returned and we're the gulls. And I guess we just fly into the next world. And that seagull may have been the narrator leading us earlier. The one that flew by the cave. Donnelly was Esther the whole time? Wow. And I thought he was talking about Paul from the Bible. I didn't think Jakobsen's name was Paul. Wow. I was getting kind of chills there near the end when we were sending them out, you guys. And reading the text. Where do we go? It's on autopilot now. Is there one last mystery? Oh, he's flying to the letters. To the Armada. Love letters to Esther. To be forgotten, to letting go. Because that's when the boats are gone, then we let go of Esther, I guess, right? It's everything we ever wanted to say to her. We let sail to the sea to disappear. Wow.
Come back.
Like every time we drowned earlier. Come back. Do we wake up in the hospital not dead, actually? Does it say come back again? Just press some buttons, see if something happens. No. Can't move. Just ocean sounds. Can you just imagine coming around the shit ton of paint cans? Wow. Well, I guess that was it, guys. That was Dear Esther. What did y'all think? I think that was worth going through. I think that was worth seeing. I think that was worth doing. I feel like I transcended in some way personally, but I don't know how. I feel affected. Well, I guess we can only listen to ocean sounds for so long. Guess I'll press the escape button. Oh! Oh god, I picked almost the wrong time to turn that off. Wait, was that badoop badoop sound because I unescaped? Yeah, it was. Yeah, man, right? It was poetry. Supposedly, when you play through it multiple times, different dialogue happens at different points. I guess I'm gonna quit because I don't know what else to do. So I'm pressing all the buttons. Okay, guys. What time is it? 9:16? I guess we can play some more games. Don't really know what to play now. I guess I'll pick something out and we'll keep going. But that's it for Tuesday Aesthetics. Everything after this is just chilling. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed Dear Esther. I'm gonna post this on YouTube, so if you're watching this on YouTube, what was that? What do you think? I don't know. I feel like it was worth doing. It feels like a worthwhile experience, but I don't know fully what to make. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm going to stop the stream, and I'm going to pick out another game, and we'll be back streaming in just a few minutes with something else. Something less, I guess, metaphorical. Probably with explosions. Ciao. See you in a few minutes.